Welcome to my channel. My name is Rebecca. I'm 23 and I love to read. I mainly read like fantasy, romantasy, dystopian, that kind of vibe, but I love a good romance, a contemporary romance. I'm sold. I'm there. You got me, okay? I figured today we could talk about some of my favorite contemporary romance books. Okay, the first one is one I actually finished recently, and it's called A Novel Love Story by Christie Greenwood. This book was so cute. I rated it 4 stars, but it's so cute. It's like early 2000s, like funny, like rom-com vibes, and it's not at all what you would expect from the synopsis. Like, it was so cute. It's about this girl named Delphi, and basically she's in her apartment alone, eating a burger, and she chokes to death. Like dies. Eating a burger. She just chokes. So she wakes up and she's in this like afterlife waiting room, and she gets paired up with this afterlife therapist. And so she's talking to her and she's like, I'm dead? Like, what do you mean? And then this guy shows up who also just died, and she has like this really cute connection with him, and she's like, I love this man. But then the man disappears, and she's like, where did he go? What happened? And she's like, yeah, so sometimes when people aren't actually dead, they end up there by accident. Basically, he was just in surgery, so he woke back up. And she's like, girl, like, I love that man. You have to send me back to Earth. I need to go meet him. And the afterlife therapist's like, okay, let's make a deal. So they make a deal. She goes back down to Earth. The friendships in this book, the found family, it's so beautiful. Like, I thought the book was so cute. Like, I just loved it. Okay, the next book is Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I love this book. I thought it was so cute. The love story, that was so beautiful. I'm not the biggest Elsie Silver fan. Like, I love her writing. I think her books are great. But the Chestnut Springs series, like, everyone's obsessed with it, and it didn't really do it for me. So I was like, like, I liked it, but I wasn't like, I feel like everybody's obsessed with it, and I wanted that, but I didn't really get it. But I saw that these books were coming out, and I thought they were really pretty, so I was like, okay, let me give it a shot. Oh my gosh, this book is so good. It's so good. It's about a girl named Rosie, and she moves back home to her hometown because she breaks up with her boyfriend. She's like, I need to go home. And she sees her brother's best friend, and she's like, hey. So they connect, they start working together. Yo, the way this man loves her, oh my gosh, like, you wouldn't believe it. Like, you wouldn't believe it. It's so good. You just have to read it. It's so good. I rated it 5 stars. Like, I was obsessed. Like, now listen, this third book, Sue Me, Binding 13, Chloe Walsh. The series is everything to me. Like, absolutely everything. I read it last year. I thought it was the best thing to ever happen to me. Like, this book is so good. The whole series, really. The whole series is immaculate. It's amazing. Like, a 6-star series to me. I'm obsessed with it. It's about this girl named Shannon. She has abusive parents. She gets bullied at school. Like, she has a super hard life. So one day at school, she gets like beat up by these girls, and her mom's like, okay, enough. Like, we're taking you out of school. We're transferring you to Tallman College. So she transfers, and then on her first day there, she gets smacked in the head with a rugby ball by Mr. Johnny Kavanagh. It's a funny little start, but the book is so beautiful. Like, Shannon and Johnny, there's 2 books on Shannon and Johnny. Then there's 2 books on Shannon's older brother Joey and his love interest. And then the most recent book is about a different couple in the series that you'll see if you decide to read it. And I know a lot of people look at this book and they're like, is it ever that serious? Like, be for real, because it's so big and it's so massive and it's so long. I promise you it is literally that serious. Like, it is. You just have to read it. Like, you get it. This, like, oh my gosh, it's everything to me. Like, you have not lived, you don't know romance until you read this series. Like, you just have to. Like, amazing. It's so good. Obviously, we could not make a romance video without talking about the queen herself, Emily Henry. There's something about Emily Henry books that are so, like, easy. They're just so fun, they're so quick, they're so addictive, they're so beautiful. Like, her writing is just really for everyone. I feel like if anybody was ever trying to get into romance and I had one author I could recommend them, it would be Emily Henry. Like, her writing is just so good. Happy Place is here because it's my personal favorite. I feel like this one's kind of hit or miss for some people. Like, you either read it and you love it or you read it and you hate it. Like, I don't really see many people in between. It's a second chance romance, and it's about a couple named Wynne and Harriet. Basically, they do this like vacation thing with their friends, and they've split up recently, but they don't want to tell their friends that and mess up the vacation, so they're pretending that they're still together. And it's kind of one of those like past present things, similar to People We Meet on Vacation, if you read that by Emily Henry. But it's just so beautiful. It's heart-wrenching. Like, I hate this trope. I hate like second chance romance when they break up for a reason that I don't think is good enough. Like, it just bothers me. But this book, it just felt so real and so raw and so like, oh my gosh, I love them. Wynne and Harriet, I love them. The book is a 5-star. Like, okay, next book, Lovelight Farms by B.K. Borison. Okay, listen, I know that First Time Caller by B.K. Borison is blowing up right now and people are loving it. And I did read that and I did enjoy it. But Lovelight Farms is the best B.K. Borison book in my opinion. I rated it 5 stars. I loved it. The yearning in that book. Oh. The male main character, I believe his name is Luca. It's been a minute since I read it, so forgive me. But he is so obsessed with her. Oh my God. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it unless you see it with your own eyes. You have to read it. Like, their love. Ugh! I know I keep talking about it, but like, all of these stories, the love stories are so beautiful. I love all these couples with my entire heart. Like, you just have to. You have to experience it for yourself. But yeah, that book. And it's like Christmassy, like, it's so cute. Okay, the last book we'll be talking about, one of my personal favorites, Collide by Bel Cabra. I'm so sorry if I'm not saying that name correctly. Bel Cabra's romance books, to me, are everything. Like, this is a series, this is an interconnected standalone series. So there's Collide, and then I believe the second book is called Spiral. It just came out recently, which I also read, and it was super good, but it wasn't Collide, you know? Collide is so cute. Basically, Collide is about a girl named Summer, and she needs to do a research paper on like a sports thing, so she like needs an athlete to do it on. Anyways, she ends up having to do it on our main male character, Aiden Crawford. Aiden Crawford, the man that you are. Oh my gosh, I cannot tell you how much I love this man. Aiden Crawford, I would die for him. I would die for him. I really would. He's everything. But anyways, so they're kind of like annoyed with each other at first. He's like, I don't want to do this. She hates him. She doesn't want to do it on him. But obviously, everything works out. I think there is crack in this book. Like, this book did things to me. Like, I was addicted. I was like, it's just so good. You have to read it. Okay, that's it. That's it. I'm done. Those are all my favorite contemporary romances. I swear to you, I just heard a noise. Guys, did you hear that? I think there's a ghost. Those are all my favorite contemporary romance books. I love them all with my entire heart. So if you decide to read any of them, let me know. let me know your thoughts. And if there's any that I didn't read or didn't mention in this video, let me know. I'll check them out. Thank you so much for watching, and bye!